Thank you guys for watching this video. This is a little tutorial on how to access our electronic medical records for the Somerset Patriots Professional Baseball Club. We use the injury tracking software Sportsware. This system lets us house all of our medical records, all of our documentation on one database. So we do not have multiple files. There's a very easy way for me to sit and utilize this information to talk with our medical team and with upper management as well. So I provided some information for you in the handout, the athletic training sportswear introduction letter. I sent this out to everybody. This is a follow-up to that. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to www.swol123.net. Once you pull that up, this will come to your home page right here. Now, right now, you do not have an email or a password to access this. What we need to do is hit Join Sportswear right here. Next, this ID was sent to you in the introduction letter. This is where in that welcome letter you will put in the organization, school organization ID. It'll say school. Again, this is used for a lot of different venues. You have put in that access code. This will be the next screen that you see. All we need now is your first name, your last name, your email, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with groups. So we'll put in group will be, if you choose to do so at this time, you can put in pitchers, catchers, infield, outfielder. This does not need to be completed. And if it does, if it stops you from doing that, you can go ahead and put that in there what your best possible position is. But all you need to do after that is hit send. You'll get this, your information has been received. You'll get an email when your request has been accepted by the school organization. Okay, so all you have to do is hit OK. It's going to kick you back to the home screen. Once you have submitted your request, I will add you into our system once I have been notified. You will get an email response either in your general inbox or into your spam mail. So you have to make sure you check both. It's going to be coming from admin at swol123.net. Sportswear online password request. Click on that. Once you come into your actual email, you'll see that you've been requested to reset your password online, or you're an athlete whose request has been approved by the school. Okay, so what you have to do is automatically reset your password. It's going to give you a link right here. So you're going to click on that link and it's going to take you back to a password reset page. Once you've clicked that link, you're going to come to this page right here. This is your online access password reset. Anytime you're going to need to reset your password, this is where you will go to. But for the first time, you have to reset it to set a password to your account. So all you do is you put in your email and your new password. Make sure you read the password requirements below. There must be 8 characters long. You have to have at least one number, and you have to have one special character. There must be an uppercase and lowercase character. So just make sure you're mindful of that, and make sure that you write your password down so you don't have to keep resetting it over and over again, and make sure it's in a secure spot. There will be security information on there, so make sure you hold on to that password very tightly. Once you do that, you hit save. New password has been saved. Okay. Now we're back to our main screen. Now we can get ready to log into your athlete portal. So what you will do is you will put your email address, that email you originally set up, and then you will put in your password. This is your athlete portal page. During the year, this will be where you can have up-to-date information that I'm putting out, such as documents, and we'll go into that in a minute. But this will be your guide for communication from me as far as the sports medicine aspect goes. And as I educate you more on this during the season, you'll become more adapt to utilizing it more efficiently. So the first thing that we have to do, and as I stated in the introduction letter, the first thing that you need to do after you have set everything up is to go in and you need to go into My Info. Now, on this page here, you'll see various tabs: General, Address, Emergency, Insurance, Medical. Now, with all these, there are little red asterisks. Those are required fields. They need to be completed. Other fields, as far as ID, class, okay, there will be no selection for that. You do not need to fill that out. It is not a required field. Please don't put anything in there. So with this, you put in your name, so on and so forth. You put in your social security number, class. You don't need to worry about anything gender. Obviously, we're all males here, and your birth date. If you need to change your password, you just made one, but if you need to, for some reason, change it, by all means, go ahead. You can change it whenever because you'll have access to that. Do not worry about a picture. I will add pictures in, so that the pictures are solely for me for identification purposes. I will learn your names by your face, so once I do that, it'll help me out. Sport 1, obviously, it's going to be baseball. You don't need to worry about anything for Sport 2 or Sport 3. And again, you can go into the group. These are not required. I will put you into what group that I need to. That is for my tracking purposes on my end. Address, fill out all the required fields. You need your home street address, your city, your state, your zip code, your country. If you are out of the country, please fill out. There are some that I already have put in there that have been I've frequently seen it come across my desk. But okay, so some of the things that, a new program doing that, if you do not have a country in there, put United States, and then what I'll do is let me know if the country needs to be put in there, and I will put that in there for you. Phone number, cell number, if these are both the same, just put in the same number for me. Pager, if you still have a beeper that is outdated, feel free, and awesome for you for holding on to one for this long. Address, here place in your secondary address if you have one. This is your primary home address, not where you're living with the team. This, if there is another secondary address that you need to have, do that. Word of advice, save oftenly. If you look right here, there is a session timeout. All right, right here. This timer will kick you out of the system if you do not save or refresh the page on a consistent basis. So every time you go to a new page, you will start over with 900 seconds. Okay, so if I go back to address, but you cannot skip to another page and expect the document to save unless you hit this button right here. Emergency information, again, your primary emergency contact. This should be the first person that, if God forbid I need to get a hold of, this is the person that I need to talk to. All right. Relationship, I have put in multiple family members, also including wife. If that is not in there, if you do not have a field that is in there, okay, select the best possible field, and I will change that. I will get something in there and we can change that. It is easy. Make sure you put their address. All right. Make sure you have their city, all the required fields that are in here. Again, beeper. And yes, I do request an email address because that might be another avenue as I get moving forward that I might need to contact them with. If you have a secondary emergency contact, it is not required, but if you would like to, feel free to fill that out as well. Insurance. Okay. For the insurance, all you need to do is, if you have a insurance right now, a private insurance, please fill in this information here. It is required. All right. If you don't, all you have to do is type in none, none, none. All right. And it'll register into the system. But if you do, please put in all the required information. Okay. Again, type. If there is a different type, this is what I have so far. If there is a different type, I'm going with what I have commonly seen. Please take one of these, put it in there, and I will change that. If you have a secondary insurance company, please fill that information in as well. If you would like to upload your insurance card, you have that ability to. It has to be either, I believe, in a PNG, a JPEG, or a PDF. You can choose the file, add it, and it'll automatically upload it and tie it to your athlete file. Medical. The medical field this is not a medical history field, so do not confuse that with your medical history side of things. Here, this is an alert section for me. You will see common allergies, common illnesses that are more chronic in nature. So if you have diabetes, please put that in there. If you have asthma, please put it in there. If you have a bee sting allergy, please put it in there, okay? Now, it's only one per field, but you can go and add multiple ones, okay? There is a none tab here, so if you have none in the required field, put in none. Make sure, again, you are saving these forms diligently. Thank you. If you have medications that you take, okay, I have a couple in here. You can type in what you use, all right, and pretty much insert that. Okay, this is a required field. Make sure if you have multiple medications, put them in this field. Your dosage. You also have this on your medical history form as well. And if there's a doctor that you use, put their name in here. This is not a required field. This will sum up your athlete medical info. So once you have done that, okay, your athlete information is incomplete. If once you log in, you will see that you have to just click here and it'll automatically take you to that page. Once that is done, once this form is complete, you will lose this status right here. Up here where it says forms, the forms section, you have 4 forms that you will need to complete as part of our team protocol. If you click on that, you will see these forms. Now, what you will need to do is open up these forms. These are all required. So first is your medical history. So you select and open. Once you come into this form, it is a fillable PDF that I have created. All you need to do now is just open the form and go in and complete all the tabs, all the highlighted areas. This is probably the most in-depth one. The medical history form is probably the most in-depth one that you will have. This is very important. Please fill out all the information to the best of your knowledge. This is the information that me and the physicians will be going over prior to physicals and going through, and this will give me a good picture of what your status is in a medical sense. You can switch to the next page by clicking it. Again, you are on a timer. Make sure you save. You do not hit save and submit until you are totally done the form. Once you are done, please hit save and submit, and then that will take you back out to the athlete form dashboard. Next one is the head injury and prescription use policy. Again, you select, you hit open, it will open up the form. And with these policies that we have instituted for the baseball team, you can download a copy for yourself to save for you so you have it as a reference. It will always be in your athlete portal, but if you need something as far as paper goes, it'll be there. For this form here, all you have to do is just give us an acknowledgement. This is your printed name, date, save, and submit. The next important form is your impact baseline testing letter. This year we have instituted impact baseline testing. Impact is immediate post-concussion assessment and cognitive testing. This is used a lot in the NFL. We're using it in our system because it is a very, very high level program. It is a very high standard. It is research-based, proven. It is a tool for me and the physicians to use that if you have a head injury as part of our concussion return to play protocol, I need to know when it is safe for you to start your return to activity phase or your exertional phase. This test that you will take now is the baseline. This will make me have a baseline to understand where you were at cognitively. After that, if, and God forbid, if you suffer a head injury, you will have a post-injury test, and then I will be able to compare to that and to see if you are cognitively able to start your exertional protocol. Again, this is a very important step for me and the physicians to use. You need to read through these instructions. This test must be completed by the date that is on the form. The instructions are very in-depth. It gives you where to go, the code to use. You have to acknowledge that you have this and complete this as per the date on the sheet. The next and final form that you have to complete is our informed consent for RWJ sports performance programs. At the ballpark, we have, through Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, a sports performance center that is located on the third base side. I think for some of you guys that are really into performance enhancement, corrective exercise program, this will be a really fun area if you do not know it already to go and look at and to utilize. You are free to use it, and there are certain criteria for you to be allowed into it. This is one. We need to have an informed consent from you to utilize the facility. All you have to do is complete this information, print your name, date, save and submit. Once these are done, everything will be signed by the date and it will be completed. I will get this on my end that you have everything complete, and if not, I will let you know and we will go from there. So those are the 4 forms. Once you have done this, we'll go away to 0. This always will be up here. Forms will always be up here. If there is a new form that needs to be completed, which I hope during the season there will not, you'll be notified in here, and I will also notify you via email. This here gives you your game status, your practice status, and if you're cleared to play. Everybody is automatically set to no for they're cleared to play until we complete physicals. Down here, pending referrals, this will be if you have any referrals to any of our physicians during the year. This will give you instructions on where to go and who the physician is. I'll explain this a little bit more towards you personally when and if we ever come to that bridge. Notices and handbooks. This is a really, really neat feature that I enjoy about the Athlete Portal. This gives me the ability to give you information via this Athlete Portal. This information could be anything from sports med related information, things that I would see fit to you to have education on. Also, it'll be here for one of the biggest things that I need to use it for is to give you information on policies and procedures. Please take a minute and look at all of these documents, especially the policy and procedure player packet. This gives you information on what goes on inside the training room and our sports medicine team. These 2 information documents here are MLB prohibited substances for this year and guidelines to show you allowed substances. This is a website. It will take you to a document that has the website linked in there. They update the site frequently. Again, the banned substances are what they are. Team massage therapy flyer right now. If you look in there, we have a team massage therapist. This will give you information on setting up a time with her. I definitely recommend that if you need something total body, you set something up with her. Once you're done all that information, all you have to do is log back out. And that'll complete you filling out the information that you need. Again, thank you for watching this. I hope it helped you, guide you through the sign-up process. If you have any questions, the email that I sent out has my cell phone number. You have my work email address. Please send me that. Send me any questions or any feedback that you have. Again, this is the first year we're using this system. The more I hear back from you guys, the more efficient this becomes in the future. There's always bumps in the road when you have this, but with your feedback, look forward to making this a great program. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you guys soon.